You're at the regionals, we're starting a 3-day pairing and everyone's coming along. I'll try to take you guys through a daily life of a pilot with delays and layovers and hotels, and hopefully you guys enjoy and you'll pick it as a career choice for yourself. This video is requested by FO Pilot Depth. If you guys know what that is, you can go check out his channel. Lastly, I want to say all the in-flight footage you see was taken all above 10,000 above ground level and in accordance with my airlines and country's regulations and SOPs. I'm based where I live, so today we're starting from home, but some pilots have to commute to work. Thankfully, we just drive. After parking and taking the train over to the terminal, you'll be met with a series of escalators, movators, and tunnels that finally get to your airplane. And once you finally get to the airplane, it's time to do the safety checks. But first, have to stop for a sandwich. Made it to the plane. It's already flown today, so we're just going to do the safety checks and start waking it up. I was first to the airplane, so I'm just going to set up my station, clip my iPad in, get my headset all plugged in, check both left and right circuit breaker panels, and completing the entire safety checklist. I'll get my safety vest and go do a walk around. Walk around is one of the few times that pilots can actually go and take a look at the airplane visually and see if anything's leaking or any major damage sticks out to us. Of course, maintenance has already looked at the airplane as well. Right now we're looking at the left main tire, looking for any hydraulic leaks, and also at the brake wear indicators, and among other things. Make sure everything's good for our flight. We'll do a whole walk around before every flight. Looking at the flight deck now, I'm the pilot flying. I'll be setting up the FMS, which I'm getting data from our flight plan. I'm just putting in temperature and wind information currently. If you're seeing flickering, that's just the refresh rate of the camera. Unfortunately, past this point, it gets pretty busy, but we'll see you in the air. We have 3 flights today, and we're doing a Charleston turn, and then we're going to be going over to DCA and spending the night. All right, made it into DC, and we'll be going to the hotel for the night, and tomorrow we have 2 more flights to do. The hotel we stay in has a full fridge, which is really good because I've just recently started packing lunches, and it makes it so much easier to refrigerate and freeze everything. Plus cups and plates. Had a few hours before the flight, so went for a walk just to get a little bit of exercise. Very important to keep moving as a pilot as we sit down for a majority of the day, so always want to do something to stay a bit more fit. Problem with life on the road though is there's so many food options, you'll start to pop tunic buttons before you know it. All right, time to leave the hotel and meet with the crew and off to the airport. ECA has a lot of great aviation spotting areas. First delay due to ATC constraints, so about an hour and then we'll get to go. Back in the air, and as you can see from the windshield, we picked up a few more travelers, so we'll be calling for a windshield wash before we head to New York. Going over to New York, night flying is always very nice, very smooth, great views until it gets pretty dark and then you can't see anything. In the shuttle going to the hotel, this is where a lot of plans are made for the next day of where to go, what to eat. However, unfortunately for us, we'll be basically waking up and taking off, so not much to do in New York, unfortunately for us. All right, a lot more movators and escalators and elevators, and eventually you'll be back in the terminal and walking to head over to your gate. The cool thing about LaGuardia is you get this nice tunnel overhead and a beautiful new terminal. Okay, well, from New York, we went back to base and picked up another airplane to do a DCA turn again, and then it's now on the way home. Last time for the end of the 3-day. What I haven't shown you is a lot of the delays. We were delayed for various reasons on a few flights, but we actually made pretty good time back up in the air, being only about 5 minutes late for a 1-hour delay, so pretty decent. And I'll leave you with some views of the sky. As I like to say, thank you for everybody who's watching. And if you're becoming a pilot or want to become a pilot, it is a great job. But like everything, it comes with its own sacrifices as you'll be away from home and various other things that a lot of other channels have talked about. But hopefully this gave you some insight on what it is like to be a pilot at a regional airline. It's a very rewarding job and a very entertaining job. You're always doing something, and I don't really get bored too much. Unless I'm on one of these or delayed. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and time to exit the airport and go home.